Bruce Lang bringing you today's girls softball action live on Ripon Sports YouTube. Ripon loss, moving Ripon to a 2-3 overall record. For Waupun, this is their 7th game of the season following a 7-0 win over West Salem this past Saturday, giving the Warriors a 5-1 overall record. Ripon is coached by Mike Makarevich and Waupun is coached by Tom Hagstrom. We're ready to get the action rolling. That picture you saw right at the beginning of Murray Park, the closest diamond on that picture is where we're playing at today. So first batter up for Waupun is Kayla Rote. Rote plays shortstop for the Warriors. First pitch is in and a ball. And second pitch, a ball. Layla Simonis doing the pitching today for Ripon, starting the game. Nice sunny day out here today. So Rote at the plate with a 2-0 count. That one's outside for ball 3. So we don't see a lot of lefty batters. We did see quite a few more last game we played, but or rather against Laconia, I believe it was. Ground ball hit to shortstop and called safe at first base on a close call. Referee or the umpire's gonna say she ran it out, so she'll get a base hit on that play. Puts a runner at first. No outs with Lexi Lehman coming to the plate. Lehman puts down a bunt. That'll roll. Fired to first and again called safe. So runners at first and second now is Rote advanced to first on the throw, or on second on the first to throw. So a bunt single for Lehman puts runners on first and second with McKenna Cunningham coming to the plate. Cunningham plays catcher. She'll bunt, puts it down right in front, and that's going to load up the bases as the catcher was looking to go to third, but she didn't have a chance at third. So bases loaded here. 2 back-to-back bunts with Haley Hunick coming to the plate. Hunick, first baseman for, and she'll pop it up. Erica Mills calls it, pulls it in, and that'll be out number 1. She'll walk back the third base runner. So out for Ripon, out number 1 on the fly out to Erica Mills at first base. So coming to the plate now is Lexi Garrettson. She's a designated person, or designated hitter, as most of you know her. Outside pitch for ball 1. Garrettson steps into the box for the next pitch. Bases loaded with 1 out. She'll pop that one up. That's going to be out of play. It's a good thing I moved my car because that's right where it was sitting. Would have had a nice dent right in the top of it. So Garrettson with a 1-1 count now. Pitch from Simonis is low. Makarevich scoops that one up, keeps it from going behind her to avoid a possible run coming in. So 2-1 count now on Garrettson. Simonis with the pitch, and that's going to be a ball as well. 3-1 count on Garrettson. So 1 out, bases loaded here for Waupun Warriors. And that's going to be a walk. She's going to walk a run in. So 1 run on the board for Waupun, as bases remain loaded with 1 out. That's going to bring Delaney Stelzel to the plate. So we'll see what Stelzel can do for Waupun. Ball. Laney, or Layla. Not able to get anything in over the plate. She's trying to get him inside. That was a nice pitch. That one was right there. Stelzel looked at that one go. So 1-1 count now on Stelzel for Waupun with bases loaded and 1 out. She ticks that one away for strike 2. 1-2 count now on Stelzel. So Stelzel with a 1-2 count. Simonis looking to get a strikeout here if at all possible. And that's going to be hit out to center field, and Miller can't handle it. That's going to score 1 run and put runners on all bases again. So that ball came off the edge of her glove out in the center field. So remains 1 out, 2 runs scored now for Waupun. And they've put a courtesy runner in at first. So that'll bring up number 14, Kenna Potratz. Potratz center fielder for Waupun. So 1 out, 2 runs in, and bases loaded. And it's going to be a ball for Potratz. Potratz steps into the box for her second pitch. That one's going to be inside as well. So 2-0 count. Simonis just cannot find the edge of the plate. There's a hit out in the left center field. And actually it's out of here for a grand slam home run for Potratz. So a 4 RBI grand slam home run for Potratz. It's going to make this score 6-0 right away at the top of the first inning for Waupun. So with 2 out or 1 out, Waupun will have coming to the plate Allie Batzler, as Coach Makarevich wants a conference with his team out on the mound. 6 runs in for Waupun. Nobody on the bases, and Batzler stepping into the box to bat for Waupun. Allie Batzler, second baseman for the Warriors. So Batzler steps into the box, and the first pitch to her is going to be low as it goes on the ground for ball 1. Layla just can't get her timing quite down today. Another ball on Batzler. 2-0 count. 1 out, nobody on. 6 runs in for Waupun. And that one was in there for a strike. She caught the edge. So 2-1 count now for Batzler. Simonis with the pitch, and that one's a low pitch, and 3-1 now. 3-1 count for Batzler. And Simonis walks her. Simonis with 2 walks here this afternoon, as Cale Peterson, left fielder, steps up to the plate. We have 1 out, 1 runner on, with 6 runs in for Waupun. So Peterson Steps up to the box and gets a strike. Called strike. She caught looking on that one. Wanted to get a feel for what Simonis is offering. Next pitch. She'll hit that one, and that's going to be pulled in by the shortstop for out number 2. Abby Radloff gets that pop up. So 2 away. 1 runner on. 6 runs have come in with the cleanup batter. The end of the lineup, or rather the top of the lineup, Kayla Rote. And she pops that one up. That's going to go foul, and it's going to be pulled in for out number 3 by Cassidy Motter, right in front of the Ripon dugout. So 6 runs score for Waupun, and nothing for Ripon as they're coming up to bat in the bottom of the first inning. Welcome back to Ripon's Murray Park, where Waupun in the top of the first inning pulled in 6 runs for the Warriors, and Ripon coming to bat here in the bottom of the first. First batter up is Emily Kozibuski. She'll take a low pitch for ball 1 to start things off here for Ripon. Kozibuski waiting for the next one. She tips that one away for strike 1. So 1-1 count now on Kozibuski. Next batter up for Ripon will be Lexi Miller. As Kozibuski, strike 2. 1-2. She keeps squaring up like she's going to bunt, but then she pulls it back, and now she can't bunt, so. And she hits that one out to left field. That's going to be out over the left field fence for a home run for Kozibuski to start things off here for the Tigers. So Kozibuski on the 4th pitch belts one out to left field over the fence for the home run to put Ripon on the board 6-1. With Lexi Miller coming up. So Kozibuski said to Potrats, anything you can do, I can do just as well. So I kind of wish we had signs on the fence out here to tell us how deep these fences are, but unfortunately we don't, so I can't tell you how far that hit was. So Lexi Miller coming to the plate with Abby Radloff on deck. So Miller takes a ball. So 1-0 count for Miller. No outs for Ripon. Ball 2. That one was inside and low. Came across the lower knees. So Miller, another one. She's hitting the foot with the pitch, so she'll get the base. She'll advance to first base on the hit by pitcher. I don't have a record of how many times Ripon players have been hit by pitchers this year, but Radloff takes a strike, 0-1 count. She'll step into the box for her next pitch. Runner on first, 1 run in for the Tigers. So wild pitch is going to send Miller to second. Give Radloff a 1-1 count. 1 ball, 1 strike. With Avery Makarevich on deck for the Tigers. Next pitch on its way, and that's going to be inside for another ball. Make it 2-1 with Lexi Miller advancing to third on the pitch again. So runner in scoring position. Abby gets the base hit, and that should score a run for the Tigers. So 3-1 count. 3 balls, 1 strike for Radloff. Next pitch is in. That's a ball. She'll go to first on the base on balls. Puts runners at first and third for Ripon with Avery Makarevich coming to the plate. Avery has a .357 batting average for Ripon. She steps into the plate and waits for her first pitch. That's there. She tips it foul. So runners will return back to their bases, first and third for Ripon. Makarevich has a strike, a 0-1 count to Avery. So Avery steps into the box. 1 run in, 2 runners on. Nobody out for Ripon. And Radloff tries to steal second. She'll be cut off there with a throw from the catcher to the shortstop for out number 1 for the Tigers. So runner still at third with 1 out. Makarevich at the plate. She drills 1 out to left center field. Lexi Miller's going to score. Makarevich will go to second. And she'll be into second on a stand-up double. So RBI double for Makarevich with 2 runs in now for Ripon as they trail here 6-2 with Cassidy Motter stepping to the plate for the Tigers. So, conference with the catcher and the pitcher as Motter steps in. Cassidy with a .429 batting average for the Tigers. She takes a ball for ball 1. 1-0 count on Cassidy. Next one, swing and a strike for 1-1 count. So 1 out, runner at second. 2 runs across with Cassidy Motter at the plate with a 1-1 count. Next one's a ball. So 2-1 count now for Cassidy Motter. Cassidy with the best hitting percentage on the Ripon team, as she's now got 3 balls, 1 strike. Next pitch, and he calls that a strike. So full count now on Cassidy. Cassidy will be attending the University of Whitewater this fall. She'll be playing softball for the Warhawks. She hits that one foul down the third baseline. So count remains full at 3-2. Makarevich at second base for Ripon. 1 out. So Makarevich on a wild pitch will go to, Makarevich goes to third. Motter tried to go to second on the wild pitch, but she was cut down there for out number 2. But Makarevich does come in to score, making it 6-3. So 2 outs. Layla Simonis comes up to the plate. Simonis has showed us that she's able to hit. Layla with a .375 batting average for Ripon. Layla's hit a single and 2 doubles so far this season. Fouls that one away. So 2-0 or 0-2 count. 1-1 count on Simonis. She fouls that one back. That's going to drop far behind us here, behind the fence. So 1-2 count now for Layla. Layla, the pitcher for Ripon, takes a high pitch. Going to make it a 2-2 count now. On deck, Allie Bumby. Bumby, a sophomore for Ripon, playing second base. Simonis fouls that one back. It's one thing we've learned this season. Ripon are not afraid to swing at the ball. So Simonis, she pops that one up, and that's going to be pulled in by the pitcher for out number 3. But Ripon gets 3 runs on 2 hits. So at the end of 1 complete inning of play, it will be Waupun 6, Ripon 3. Welcome back to Murray Park, where Waupun leads Ripon after 1 complete inning of play, 6-3. So Lexi Lehman will lead things off here in the top of the 2nd inning for Waupun. So Waupun has a grand slam home run here for Waupun this afternoon. Lehman steps in for her first pitch of the 2nd inning. That one's going to be high for ball 1. 6-3 our score here this afternoon. Waupun leading. Next pitch is just a little bit high. That's going to make it a 2-0 count on Lehman. This one also a ball, so 3 balls on Lehman. She had a base hit in her first at-bat this afternoon. Run scored. And she's going to take a base on balls here to start off the top of the 2nd inning for the Warriors. So McKenna Cunningham steps up to the plate. One runner on, no outs. She takes a ball. They're going to throw it over to first base to try to get Lehman out, but pitch bounces off the glove and runner's going to go over to second base. So Cunningham, we have a 1-0 count on Cunningham. 1 ball, 1 strike. 0 strikes. Tries to bunt it, but that fouls away for strike 1. 1-1 count on Cunningham with a runner at second base for the Warriors. No outs. Ball is in there. That's going to be a called ball. So 2-1 count now for Cunningham. That one's a strike. She squared up the bunt and then pulled it back. So 2-2 count now on Simonis. So 2-2 count on Cunningham. She steps back into the box to wait for the pitch. That's going to be a ball. So full count now on Cunningham. So 3 balls, 2 strikes on Cunningham. Runner at second. And she slams that one out of bounds down the left field line. So 3-2 count on Cunningham. Remains full. And again, she'll pop that one up. That's going to go out of bounds over the fence. But it's out of bounds, so foul ball for Cunningham. So Waupun showing they can hit the ball. If that ball would have straightened out, that likely would have been out of here for another home run for Waupun. That one's in there. That's going to be a base hit as it drops into left center field. And rounding the bag at third is Lehman. And Cunningham going to go to second. So another run on the board for Waupun. Make it 7-3 for Waupun. And coming to the plate is Hunick. She'll take a ball. 1-0 count on Hunick. No outs here. Runner on second. Another ball. 2-0 count now. Hunick with a 2-0 count. Another ball inside by Simonis. So 3-0 count on Hunick. On deck is Garrettson. That one's in there for a strike. So now 3-1. Simonis trying to get out of this and get an out here. And that one blasted to left field, and that's going to be over the fence for a 2-run home run. So 2 RBI home run for Hunick. As Waupun has 3 runs in on 2 hits here this afternoon in the second inning. That's going to make our score 9-3. And stepping up to the plate will be Garrettson for Waupun. That'll be inside for ball one. No outs, nobody on here for Waupun. we got a bunch of kids now that have decided they're going to mill around out in the left field behind the fence in case another ball gets hit out there. And Ripon gets the out on a ground ball. That's one out on the ground ball to Abby Radloff for out number one here in the top of the second inning with Delaney Stelzel coming to the plate for Waupun. Stelzel got on an error last inning. The next pitch is a ball. 1-1 count on Stelzel. Next pitch is in there, and that's going to go between third and short for a base hit. That's Kenna Potratz. She's the one that hit the grand slam home run previous inning, and we've got a pinch runner in for Waupun. She comes in for Stelzel. So Kenna Potratz once again steps in, and that one's going to be a ground ball to second. Fires it over to third. Fires it over to second for the force out at second. So there's 2 outs now with a runner at first on the fielder's choice. So Batzler at the plate. Avery Makarevich tries to throw the runner out over at first to Mills, but she got back in time. That's Potratz. Batzler at the plate. Called strike. Going to make it a 1-1 count for Batzler. And she'll hit that one out to center field, and Lexi Miller there to pull it in for out number 3. But Waupun pulls 3 runs across the plate. 2 of those came on a home run hit by Huning. So 3 runs across with 3 hits for Waupun makes the score 9-3 Waupun. Welcome back to Murray Park. First batter up for Ripon will be Allie Bumby. Allie batting .250 for Ripon. Next pitch is in there. She'll pop that one out to right field. Right fielder will snag that one for out number 1. That was looking like it was going to drop, but the long legs of the right fielder was able to pull that one in for the first out of the bottom of the second inning for Ripon. So stepping in now is Eva Baker, my mistake, She pops that one up in the air, and that's going to be pulled in by center field for out number 2. So 2 away as the center fielder Potratz pulls that one in for Waupun. Erica Mills rounding out the batting order for Ripon. So she'll take a strike on her second pitch, make it a 1-1 count. Erica bats 200. She'll ground that one to shortstop, and they'll fire it over to first, but she pulls off the bag. She pulls off the bag, and Mills is going to be safe on a high throw by the shortstop. Throwing off, or high and off the bag, so first baseman had to pull off the bag. But now the umpires are going to have a little discussion here. But she was initially called safe. So we'll see what the officials come up with here. And they're going to call Erica safe at first base, and that'll bring up the top of the order for the Tigers with Emily Kozibuski coming up to bat. 2 out, runner at first. Erica Mills at first. Kozibuski drills one down the third base line for a foul, strike 1. 0-1 count on Emily. Emily had a home run on her 4th pitch to start the game here. She put it over the left field fence. And another strike. They try to catch Mills off the bag. 0-2 count on Kozibuski. Next pitch is high. Mills going to go to second on the wild pitch. So 2 outs, runner at second now with Kozibuski up to bat. Kozibuski with a 1-2 count. So we've got a runner in scoring position. And Kozibuski fouls another one away. So count remains 1-2 on Emily Kozibuski. Kozibuski, right fielder for Ripon. Another high pitch. That'll even things up at 2-2. With Mills holding at second. So Kozibuski going to get a base hit out to left field. So that'll put Kozibuski at first, and Mills advances to third with puts runners at the corners. So second base hit of the afternoon for Emily Kozibuski with Lexi Miller coming to the plate for the Tigers. Lexi got on base last time as she was hit by a pitch, hitting the foot. So runners at first and third, 2 outs, and Lexi Miller at the plate. And she'll pop one up to right field, and Mills will come across to score. Kozibuski's going to advance to third. She'll hold up there and put runners at the corners again. So base hit by Lexi Miller, as Miller will get an RBI, and that brings up Abby Radloff with Avery Makarevich on deck. 2 outs, runners at first and third. And first pitch is a strike to Radloff.
Not yours, Ab. Here you go, find it.
Allie Bumby and Abby Radloff look a lot alike with the helmets on. Their hair is about the same length, same color. And that one's hit up the middle and to second base, and going to be called out. That'll be Miller called out at second on the force. So that'll be out number 3. But Ripon gets 1 run across. Erica Mills comes across to score 1 run for the Tigers, making it at the end of 2 complete innings of play. Ripon trailing Waupun 9-4. Getting ready to get the top of the 3rd inning started. First batter up for Waupun will be Cale Peterson. Peterson takes a ball on the first pitch. Next one, she'll pop up. That's going to be to second base. Allie Bumby will pull that in for the out. Out number 1. As Bumby pulls in, that's going to round out or bring up Kayla Rote, top of the order for Waupun. She'll take ball 1 to start things out. 1 out, nobody on, with Rote at the plate. Samonis winds up, delivers another ball. 2-0 count now on Rote. So Rote steps back into the box as Samonis another ball. So 3-0 count on Rote. Rote had a base hit the first inning. So she takes ball 4 for a base on balls. So that'll bring up Lexi Lehman. Lehman with a base hit in the first inning and base on balls in the second inning. She steps in, takes a strike. 0-1 count. 1 out. Runner on first for Waupun with Lehman at bat. So pitch is in, and that's going to be low for ball 1. Catcher fires it down to second. She's going to be called safe there as Rote goes to second. So 1-1 count on Lehman. So Lehman gets the instructions from her third base coach and steps into the box. Called a ball, so 2-1 count on Lehman. Score 9-4 here in this top of the 3rd inning. Waupun leading here by 5. High pitch. Makarevich throws it to third, and then Radloff will run the runner back, Rote rather, back to second. She's not going to take a chance in throwing it and having somebody lose the ball, only to have the runner advance, which is a wise move. So Lehman with the 3-1 count. And she'll bunt it, lays it down. Motter picks it up. Rote advances to third, but Motter throws Lehman out at first for the second out of the top of the third inning, as McKenna Cunningham comes to the plate with 2 outs, runner at third. Cunningham with a base hit. She had a double in the second inning. She'll take a ball on the first pitch here to her. Runner holds at third. And timeout called, and now we're going to start play again. So Simonis gets set to pitch and puts it in there, but it's going to be tapped down the third baseline for a foul. So strike 2, strike 1, 1-1 count. That'll be a ball, so 2-1 count now to Cunningham. Runner at third, 2 outs here. Ripon needs 1 more out to get out of this inning, and a big swing and a miss by Cunningham, going to make it a 2-2 count. Now a low pitch that's going to load up the count at 3-2 to Cunningham. So Simonis has to get this in there to get out of this inning. So a hit to shortstop. She can't handle it. Nice hard hit. Run's going to score from third base. Rote comes across as Cunningham gets a base hit. As the shortstop not able to handle that. It was a nice hard hit. I'm going to give her a base hit, at least at this point, unless I get told otherwise. But Cunningham at first base, 2 outs, run is in with Hunink at the plate. Hunink had a grand slam, or a home run rather, back in the second inning. 2-run home run. Now a 1-1 count on Hunink. So 10-4 our score here in the top of the third inning. Yeah, runner going down to second. That's going to be Cunningham as she goes down to second base. Hunink with a 2-1 count. Runner at second with 2 outs. And she'll foul that one away for strike 2. 2-2 count now on Hunink. Gerritsen on deck for Waupun. Well, I don't know. I've official is saying we've got a 2-2 count. The umpire. High pitch is going to make it a full count now. I think she got a free pitch or a free pitch in there somewhere that didn't count. So full count on Hunink. 2 outs. Runner at second. And she'll take a base on balls. Puts runners at first and second for the Warriors. So Lexi Gerritsen steps up to the plate with 2 outs, runners at first and second. Gerritsen got a base on balls in the first inning, has a scored run, and then she grounded out in the second inning. Strike now on Gerritsen. Ripon tries to throw out Cunningham at second, but she gets back. Garrettson. She'll hit one past first base. And coming in to score is Cunningham for Waupun. So Garrettson with a base hit. Hunink will advance to second, and Stelsel steps up to the plate. She got on base on an error and then a base hit in the second inning. She'll pop this one up. Lexi Miller giving chase, but no communication. But Bumby pulls it in on a bobble and gets the out for the Tigers. So 3 outs, but 2-run score for Waupun on 4 hits, making our score Waupun 11, Ripon 4, going into the bottom of the 3rd inning. Welcome back to Ripon's Murray Park. Bruce Link with you this afternoon as Avery Makarevich at bat. She takes the first pitch, strike 1. Another pitch, that's a ball high. Beautiful sunny day out here today. Another pitch, that's going to be a strike. 1-2 count. Next pitch, and that's going to be high, making it 2-2 now on Makarevich. Avery had a double back in the first inning, and brought in an RBI. Run batted in. So 2-2 count. 3-2 count on Makarevich. Full count. And that one going to go up, and second baseman looking at that one, and she'll snag that for out number 1 for the Tigers. Pop up to second base, as that'll bring up Cassidy Motter. Cassidy got thrown out at second base trying to steal back in the first. So first pitch is a ball to Cassidy. And she'll tag that one. That's going to go deep out to left field and over the fence for a home run for Cassidy. So Cassidy puts up a run for Ripon. That'll make it 11-5 now for the Tigers. So Ripon still has some work to do, but Motter puts up run number 5 for the Tigers on a home run. So Ripon with 2 home runs in the game, one by Motter, one by Kujabuski. That'll bring up Layla Simonis for the Tigers. She'll take a ball on her first pitch. Here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, Ripon has 1 out, nobody on. And Simonis hits it right back to the pitcher for out number 2. So brings up Allie Bumby, second baseman for the Tigers. She flew out to right field her last time up at bat. She'll take a ball. 1-0 count to Bumby with Eva Baker on deck for the Tigers. So 2 outs, nobody on. As Allie takes a big swing for 1-1 count. She'll step back into the box with a 1-1 count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tags this one. It's going to go foul, giving chase. Here's Waupun, but they can't get to it, so that'll result in strike 2 for Allie. 1-2 count on Bumby. She'll step back into the box. And she'll tag that one. That's going to go right up the middle onto the outfield for a base hit for Allie. So with 2 outs, Bumby gets on base. She's on first, brings up Eva Baker with Erica Mills on deck for the Tigers. So Bumby leads off. Baker takes the ball. That's in there for another ball. 2-0 count on Baker. Looking to get a hit and advance Bumby around, and she hits it to third base, and they'll fire it over to first for the out. But Ripon gets 2 hits, 1 run to make the score at the bottom of 3 complete innings of play. Waupun 11, Ripon 5. Getting ready to start the top of the 4th inning. Waupun leading here 11-5 in the top of the 5th. Change for pitching for Ripon as Emily Kujabuski comes in to pitch now for Ripon. Simonis done for the day as Avery Downs comes into play right field. And she'll be batting in the place of Layla Simonis. So first pitch by Kujabuski, a ball. Next one a ball as well. And our batter is Potratz for Waupun. She's got a 2-0 count here in the top of the 4th inning for Waupun. Kicks that one foul. Makes it a 2-1 count now. So Emily Kujabuski with her next pitch. That's going to be high for ball 3-1 count. As Potratz leading off the top of the 4th. A strike call, so full count now on Potratz. That one going to be a ball, so Kajabuski sends her to first on a base on balls. As stepping up is Allie Batzler. Batzler with a base on balls back in the first inning. First pitch called a ball, and Makarevich fires it over to first to try to put out Potratz, but she gets back in time. So 1 ball, no strikes on Batzler. Kajabuski with her next pitch, and that's going to send Potratz down to second as it bounces around and loose. So ball 2 on Batzler. Runner at second. No outs here in the top of the 4th inning. So Batzler steps into the box, and she bunts it, lays it down, but that's going to roll foul for strike 1. 2-1 count on Batzler. Runner holds at second. No outs, runner at second with Batzler at the bat. And she takes a strike. That'll even things up at 2-2 here for Batzler. 11-5 our score here. Batzler tags it, and it's going to be called foul. Didn't get much on it. It did roll into the outfield, but hit foul first. And this one, she'll ground over to second, and it's going to be thrown over to Mills, and they'll get the first out. But Potratz will advance to third. So, throw from second base to first for the first out, put Batzler out. Runner advances to third, brings up Kale Peterson. Peterson has flown out both times at bat. Now she bunts it, and we're going to have a throw out at the plate as Potratz trying to come home. And I didn't see who threw the ball to who. Cassidy threw the ball to the catcher to put out the runner. So nice play by Motter to get in, charge in there, pick up that ball, and get it to Avery Makarevich, the catcher for Ripon, and get the out. So 2 outs for Ripon as we've got a runner on first. She's going to advance over to second, but they try to tag her out, but the umpire says no. She got there safe. So we have 2 outs. Runner at second now with the top of the lineup, Kayla Rote, up to bat for the Warriors. Puts a pitch in there, fires it, and neither the first baseman or the second baseman can get to it. And a runner comes around to score from second base. Makes it 12-5 now for the Warriors. Rote gets on a base hit. Out to ground ball, goes all the way out to right field as it went right in between the first base and second base with Lexi Lehman coming to the plate. She takes a ball. 2 outs, 1 run in, 1 runner on for Waupun. 12-5. Warriors lead here over Ripon. And a swing and a miss, runner going down to second, and they're going to say she's safe, trying to steal. As a catcher tries to throw it down to the shortstop to put her out down there, but she gets there safe. So Lehman has a 1-1 count. 1 ball, 1 strike on Lehman with a runner at second. Ball high. 2 outs. 12-5 score. Ripon trails by 7 here to Waupun. So bunts it, and that's going to go foul. So foul ball going to even things up at 2-2 with the runner at second. Lehman still up to bat for the Warriors. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Lehman. Emily Kujabuski in pitching now for the Tigers. She took over at the top of the 4th inning, and a swing and a miss. Going to be strike 3, or it should be strike 3. Now a ball called, so full count on Lehman. And a called strike for out number 3. But Waupun scores 1 run and gets a base hit at the top of the 4th inning to put Waupun on top 12-5 with a 7-run lead here as we end the top of the 4th inning. We'll be back in just a bit. Welcome back to Murray Park. Going into the bottom of the 4th inning, Erica Mills to start things off for the Tigers. Mills takes a ball to start things off here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Next one's she hits, and the first baseman jumps up to snag that one for the out. So out number 1 for the Tigers as Mills flies out to first base. First baseman had to definitely stretch for that one as Emily Kujabuski comes up to bat. Kujabuski with 2 hits in the game. She started off with a home run. Now she hits it, and it's going to drop fair. She'll go to second, and she's going to be in there. And she'll hold up there even though the ball started to roll out in the center field. So another base hit for Kujabuski. So they had a chance to possibly throw her out there, but she got in there. Man at second couldn't hold the ball, so that's going to bring up Lexi Miller. For the Tigers. So Miller. And now we have some kind of an explanation being given to the Waupun bench. Not sure what that's all about, but unfortunately we don't get the pleasure of being able to know what kind of things get discussed. So Lexi Miller steps into the box for Ripon with no outs. Excuse me, 1 out. 1 runner on second, Kujabuski. So Miller. Base hit Oh, and she gets out to center field, but she can't snag it into her glove. So Miller going to get on base. Runner going to be at first and third.
Perfect time, Abby. Let's go.
On the air by the center fielder brings up Abby Radloff. So Radloff, she'll tag one, and that's going to go deep. And she gets a home run, 2-run home run for Abby Radloff. So 2 RBI home run for Radloff as she brings in Kajabuski. Gives Ripon 2 more runs to make it a 12-7 game here this afternoon. So Abby Radloff tags one out over the center field fence for a home run. Brings up Avery Makarevich for the Tigers with that was a 3-run RBI home run. As Kajabuski and Miller were both on base at the time that Radloff hit that home run. So that makes it 12-8. Ripon down by only 4 now with 1 out, nobody on, with Avery Makarevich coming to the plate for the Tigers. Makarevich has a double back in the first inning. She flew out to second base in the third. So 12-8 now here. Ripon down by 4. She'll take a ball. We know Avery can hit the ball. She usually doesn't stand around with her bat on her shoulder. And that's going to be a ball. And Makarevich, another ball, making it a 3-0 count now.
Gotta be the prettiest ever.
And this one's in there. She's going to pound it down the right field line, but it's going to drop foul. So strike 1 on Makarevich. 3-1 count. Looking over at the JV field in the 5th inning, it's Ripon leading 3-2 against Waupun. Makarevich steps in again with a 3-1 count. She'll hit this one. This one's going to roll past third base, and she'll get a base hit and get on first base. So 1 out, 3 runs in for Ripon, and a runner at first as that brings up Cassidy Motter. Motter with a home run. Her last at bat, a solo home run. Back in the 3rd inning. So Ripon getting right back into this ball game. She'll take a ball to start things off. Cassidy Motter steps in for the next pitch. Yes, she ticks that one. That's going to roll, and they're going to call it. They're going to call it foul. She got all the way down to first base before the umpire called it foul. So 1-1 count on Motter now. With runner on Makarevich out. She gets halfway between second and first, then decides to go back to first. They throw it down to first base, the catcher does, and they tag Makarevich out for the second out of the inning. So Cassidy Motter stepping back up to the plate. She'll tag one, a base hit out to left field. She'll get on first. with coming up to bat for Ripon is going to be Kylie Disterhalf. So 2 outs, runner at first, 3 runs across for Ripon, and Kylie Disterhalf to bat for Ripon. So umpire getting his things in order. Disterhalf, a junior this year. So Kylie steps into the box to get ready for her first pitch. And she gets that one. That's going to go foul down the third baseline for strike 1. So Kylie with an 0-1 count, runner at first, swing and a miss on the next pitch, 0-2 count on Kylie. With Motter on first, 2 outs, and swing, and they get her out for out number 3. But 3 runs score for Ripon on 4 hits. So at the end of 4 complete innings of play, Waupun still leads it here, 12-8. Ripon making it a closer game. Welcome back to Ripon's Murray Park as we're starting the top of the 5th inning. Waupun with Ripon trailing Waupun here 12-8. First batter up for Waupun will be McKenna Cunningham. Cunningham has 2 base hits in the game this afternoon. First pitch is a strike from Kajabuski. Looking over at the score of the Ripon JV game, Ripon leading 7-2. Unique takes a ball. And a strike. So 1-1 count now on Haley Hunink. With 1 out, nobody on. She's the second batter up here in the 5th inning, and she'll tag that one. It'll drop foul, and they'll fire it over to first. But good heads up by Makarevich. Pick that ball up and throw it over to first, but foul ball going to make it a 1-2 count. And Kajabuski puts in a ball, makes it a 2-2 count. So next pitch is going to be a ball as well. Make it a full count now. 3-2 on Hunink. As she'll step into the box with 1 out, nobody on. And she hits that one over to second base. Second over to first for the out. She grounds out to second base for out number 2. And brings up Delaney Stelsel with Kenna Potratz on deck. Excuse me, Lexi Garrettson is up. Stelsel will be on deck. And a strike on Garrettson. So 0-1 count on Garrettson. Now she takes the ball. So 1-1 count on Lexi Garrettson. Got ahead of myself. I actually marked the out for Hunick on Garrettson. So ground ball to Kajabuski. Kajabuski throws it over to first for the out. And that's out number 3. We have a 3-up, 3-down inning. No runs come across this inning for Waupun as Ripon trails 12-8 as they get ready to go into the bottom of the 5th inning. This is Bruce Link with your call today of the game. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back to Ripon's Murray Park. This is Bruce Link with your call today. Waupun leading Ripon 12-8 as Ripon starts off the bottom of the 5th inning. Stepping up to the plate is Allie Bumby to lead things off for Ripon. First pitch, she tags it right to the first baseman for out number 1. So Ripon with a quick out. First pitch to Bumby. She tags it, fly ball to first base. Brings up Eva Baker. She takes the ball. And next pitch, and she tags that one. That's going to go out to center field for out number 2. So 2 away, nobody on, with Erica Mills coming to the plate. Mills flew out to first base. Last time the first baseman had to stretch to get it, but Mills takes the strike. And now a ball, so 1-1 count to Mills. That one's in there, but she's going to foul this away. So ball's going to roll all the way to the outfield fence of the JV game over there. And strikeout for Mills. So 3 up, 3 down for Ripon. So at the end of 5 complete innings of play, it's Waupun 12, Ripon 8. Welcome back to Ripon's Murray Park, where Waupun leading Ripon 12-8 as we get ready to start things off here in the top of the 6th inning. Looking over at the JV game in the 6th inning, it's Ripon leading 9-2 against Waupun in JV action. They're on the diamond next to us. Stelzel takes the first pitch and grounds out to third as Motter fires it over to first to put her out for out number 1. That'll bring up Kenna Potratz with Allie Batzler on deck. Potratz hit a Grand Slam home run back in the first inning. Potratz takes her second pitch now as we've got a 1-1 count on Potratz. 1 out, nobody on. Potratz only the second batter. And that's going to be called a strike. 1-2 count now on Potratz. And the ball, 2-2 count. I don't have my usual vantage point that I usually have to see exactly where the balls are. I'm moved over a little bit from where I usually sit, so. But foul ball for Potratz. As Potratz now with a 2-2 count with 1 out. She'll hit that one foul. Back out of bounds. And she'll step into the box once again with a 2-2 count. And she'll hit this one to third base. See if she can run it out. She's safe at first. So she'll get a error on base hit. My mistake. Base hit for Potratz as it hit to Motter and popped up and hit her in the arm. So Batzler at bat now. She'll take a ball. 1-0. One out, one runner on for Waupun. And a strike as she missed on the bunt attempt. So a 1-1 count now on Batzler. 1 out, runner at first. Potratz at first for Waupun. As Batzler takes a ball. Squared up to bunt but pulled it back as that ball was outside. This one, she lays down a bunt, fired over to first by Motter, and they're going to put her out over at first base. Potratz advances over to second on the fielder's choice. So 2 outs now, runner at second. With Peterson stepping in to bat. She takes a strike on the first pitch. 0-1 count. Cale Peterson got on last inning on a fielder's choice. A swing and a miss for strike 2. So 2 outs, runner at second. Peterson has 2 strikes. No balls. And now she'll take a ball. 1-2 count on Cale Peterson. Peterson, one of the players that plays basketball for this Waupun girls team. Grounds it to the pitcher. She'll fire it over to first for out number 3. So once again, no runs for Waupun. As 1 hit for Waupun. So at the end of 5 1/2 innings of play, it's Waupun 12, Ripon 8. We'll be back in just a bit. Welcome back to Ripon's Murray Park, where Waupun leads here 12-8 going in the bottom of the sixth inning. Emily Kajabuski to lead things off here for Ripon. Kajabuski with a home run and 2 base hits today. She's scored 2 runs for the Tigers. And she's swing and a miss for a 1-1 count now on Kajabuski. And a swing and a miss once again for Kajabuski. 1-2 count on Emily. Emily is a swinger. She definitely tries to hit it. She hesitated and gets the strikeout. She couldn't quite make up her mind, I don't think, whether she wanted to swing or not, and she did, and couldn't connect with the ball. And that'll bring up Lexi Miller with Abby Radloff on deck. So Lexi will take a ball. Miller, she'll pop this one up. It's going to go foul, and it's pulled in by the first baseman right against the fence for out number 2. She barely reached over the fence to be able to pull that one in. So out number 2 for the Tigers. So Abby Radloff will step to the plate. Radloff last inning with a home run for the Tigers. She had a 3 RBI home run. One of 2 runs in the game for Ripon this afternoon. And a ball for Abby. So Abby, ball 1. And it'll be 2-2 now, or 2-0 now for Radloff. She steps in for the third pitch from the Stelsel. She'll tick that one back for a foul. So 2-1 now on Radloff. Upon leading here 12-8. Ripon pulling to within 4 on that Abby Radloff home run. So 2-2 count now for Radloff.
Let's go. Connect on this one.
Radloff tags it right back to the pitcher. She'll throw it over to first base for the out. So 3 up, 3 down for Ripon. And score remains 12-8 at the end of 6 complete innings of play. Upon leading here by 4, 12-8. Welcome back to Ripon, Murray Park, where Waupun leading Ripon 12-8 here as we start the top of the 7th inning. We'll start with the top of the order for Waupun. Kayla Rote. Rote has a couple of base hits here in the game this afternoon. She'll take a ball to start the top of the 7th inning. Kajabuski with the pitch. Hits it over to second base. Fires it over to first. And Rote going to be safe there. So Lehman steps into the box for the Warriors with one runner on. Lehman has a base hit and a base on balls.
As long as you get them leaning, you're winning, kid. As long as you get them leaning, you're winning. Let's go, Ripon.
So Lehman tries to bunt, gets a strike. That's going to give us a 1-1 count with a runner at first. No outs here in the top of the 7th inning. So Ripon hoping to get out of here without Waupun scoring. And now Motter fires it over to first base to put Lehman out for out number 1. And that'll bring up McKenna Cunningham. Cunningham has a couple of hits here in the game for Waupun this afternoon. And a strike called on Cunningham. Runner at second, one out. Cunningham with one strike. And another strike. Kajabuski puts in 2 in a row. Catches her looking at both of them. And another one, and this one's fouled away to hold the count at 0-2. So Cunningham steps into the box again. Now she'll take a ball. 1-2 count now on McKenna Cunningham. Kayla Rote on second. We have one out. And another ball now by Kajabuski. So 2-2 count on Cunningham. And she'll foul this one down the third base line. So 2-2 count remains for Cunningham. So one out, runner at second for the Warriors. And another high pitch is going to load up the count for Cunningham. Full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. We have a 12-8 game here as Cunningham golfs it out to left field for out number 2. Fly ball to Eva Baker for the easy out. So brings up Kaylee Hunink with a runner at second, 2 outs, and Hunink up to bat. And she takes a strike, watches it go by her. So Ripon wanting to get out of this without letting Waupun score anymore. And the ground ball goes to shortstop. She'll run the second base runner back. So Hunink gets on a fielder's choice. So runners at first and second with Gerritsen up, and that's going to be a called strike. So Kajabuski having some luck here in the 7th inning, getting the ball over the plate. Waupun batters watching it as Gerritsen tags it, and she's going to be thrown out at second, or at first rather, by the pitcher. So no run score for Waupun as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning with Waupun leading here 12-8. Welcome back to Ripon's Murray Park. Avery Makarevich steps into the box for Ripon. Hits it down the shortstop. It bounces up, hits her in the chops. And Makarevich going to be safe at first. We'll give her a base hit on that. So that's going to bring up Cassidy Motter. See what Cassidy can do this inning. She had a home run back in the 3rd and a single in the 4th. Ripon needs 4 runs to tie this game. And Makarevich gets caught trying to lead off too far from first and thrown out for the first out. So 1 out with Motter at bat for the Tigers. She'll tag it out to left field for the base hit. She'll get down to first, round the bag, and then they overthrow the second baseman, so she'll advance to second on the overthrow. So a base hit for Cassidy as she gets it out to left field. And that's going to bring up Avery Downs to bat now.
So Avery, your turn. Nice base hit, Avery.
So Avery Downs steps into the box. Avery playing right field for the Tigers. And a swing and a miss by Downs.
Nice easy, Avery. You got that.
Ripon has 1 out, runner at second.
Base hit is.
And she hits that one. That goes right back to the pitcher, and Motter going to be tagged out as she slips and falls, and the pitcher tags her out. So Downs will get on the fielder's choice. So 1 out away from winning this game for Waupun.
Nice and easy. Have some fun out there, Al.
So Allie Bumby steps up to the plate for the Tigers with 2 outs. She'll take a strike. And Bumby hits it over to second, fires it over to first, and that's going to be the end of the ball game as Waupun going to win it here 12-8 this afternoon. On the 3rd out by Bumby on the ground ball to second base. So Ripon come back a bit. They were down quite a bit, like 9-3 or something like that, I thought, and they came back to come within 4. Trying to see if we can get a score for you on the JV game. 13-3, Ripon leading in the 7th inning over there. So be sure to join us this coming Thursday, May 13th, as the Tigers travel to Kewaskum First pitch is scheduled for 4 p.m., which is 45 minutes earlier than usual, but that'll be a double header that we will be in Kewaskum to do. Be sure to listen to Tiger Beat on 93.1 and 1600 AM. WRPN every Thursday morning at about 8:20 a.m. for updates of what is taking place in Ripon High School sports. Brought to you by Accurate Controls in Ripon. Once again, our score today from Ripon, Murray Park. Waupun 12, Ripon 8. I'm going to thank our executive producer here bringing you all our graphics and music and live video. Jason Motter doing a great job here beside me. And I'm today Tiger Proud. I gotta remember to put some of those in my